Coming up on Cedar Valley Today, volunteers work to help veterans in Black Hawk County.
Workers have started phase 2 of the University Avenue construction.
And students participate in Wartburg's Culture Week. This is Cedar Valley Today. Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Alyssa Edwards.
And I'm Sam Sides.
With help from Black Hawk County Veterans Affairs, retired veterans are able to help out disabled veterans. Cedar Valley Today's Caitlin Thompson has the story.
Screws, wood, and some good old-fashioned teamwork is what it takes for this group of volunteers to help out a fellow veteran.
They're good people. They're willing to put their life on the line to defend the country. They'll do whatever they need to do to help another veteran.
Larry Walters and Rick Ryder have been building wheelchair ramps like this one for nearly a decade. The pair organizes projects to help get veterans home when the Veterans Affairs aren't able to do so.
The VA sometimes will help, sometimes they're outside of the parameters of the VA and they can't, or it takes a long time, so the vet needs to get home, so we're trying to get him home right away.
If there's no other way to do it, we'll do it.
Their new relationship with the Black Hawk County Veterans Affairs has helped them find more veterans to serve.
They're the ones that bump into veterans that need the assistance, so they'll be able to pass that on to us. And not only that, they're the ones that generated the funding for this project, so when we work together like that, it makes the projects kind of flow.
Walters and Ryder both say the projects thrive on volunteers and donations.
It makes you feel good to help somebody anyway, but when you can take a step forward further yet and help somebody that was a veteran and kind of went through the same things you did, is just an additional step.
Ryder says they have more projects planned to help even more veterans around the Cedar Valley in the coming weeks. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Caitlin Thompson.
To learn how you can donate your time or money to these projects, call Black Hawk County Veterans Affairs at 319-291-2512.
University Avenue in Cedar Falls has been undergoing a lot of construction lately. Cedar Valley Today's Tyler French has more on those construction plans.
Just one turn off of Highway 58, University Avenue is a very popular and busy road in the city of Cedar Falls. Over the last couple of years, the street has seen a lot of development and changes. And Cedar Falls Director of Community Development, Stephanie Hauk-Sheet, says this is just the beginning.
Phase 1 will wrap up this summer. Still just a little bit yet to go by middle of summer. Phase 2 kicked off here on Monday, March 20th, and is expected to take 2 years to complete.
Originally, some local businesses thought that the construction would impact the number of customers that would be coming to their location, but that has not been the case for everyone. Some of the construction has been taking place outside of John Deere Motors, but according to employee Eddie Wichman, it hasn't really affected their business.
We thought it would at first. It really hasn't. We've had a really good year last year with the construction going down. A lot of people have been avoiding University Avenue, but now our business has been great. It's been great on the internet, so people will find a way to get to us.
Phase 1 of the 3-phase plan has already seen 3 different roundabouts get put in along University Avenue. While they originally got some negative feedback from the local community, Sheet says that they are just a small part of a construction plan that will be great for the city.
I describe this as a very transformative project for the city of Cedar Falls. I think the other thing that we'll start to see happen, and is already happening, is that we're having businesses reinvest in that area.
Future plans for the construction include more roundabouts, areas for city buses to pull off along the road, and more access points to University Avenue. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Tyler French.
Go to Alyssa over at the monitor, who's taking a look at some of the local weather. What's going on?
So Friday we're going to have a high of 57 and some light rain. So if you're thinking of going outside, make sure you bring your umbrellas and raincoats. And that's also for Saturday as well, because we'll be expecting rain. So for the weekend though, we're going to be dipping back down into the low 40s. But by Monday we'll be back into the 50s with a high of 52. And Monday will also be a little bit cloudy.
This week was the culture show, or it's Culture Week rather, at Wartburg College. this week is to represent all of the different cultures from around the world represented here at Wartburg College. With new things that the International Club is doing to make it more appealing, David Garnier, Vice President of the club, gives an insight on what is new this year.
Compared to last year culture show, this culture show has 14 different independent acts with it. We got as well a silent auction coming up.
The annual culture show is happening tonight at Newman Auditorium at 8 p.m. And when we come back, we'll be looking at a friendship between 3 Wartburg students, so stick around. Even though winter sports at Wartburg have wrapped up, some spring sports are just getting started. University of Northern Iowa and the Waterloo Blackhawks are partnering to host UNI Panther Pride Night at the Blackhawks game on Saturday, March 25th, so that's tomorrow. Students and faculty can get tickets for just $7. UNI President Mark Nook and mascots TK and TC will be in attendance to help spread the Panther Pride.
Wartburg's lacrosse beat Elmhurst 10-7 last night in their first home game of the young season. The Knights lead 6-1 at the halftime break, and while they were outscored in the second half, they never gave up the lead. Senior Sophia Korpstein tied a career high with 5 goals against the Blue Jays. Allie Stammer scored 2 goals, Ashlyn Moen, Alex Pollock, and Ashlyn Jelinek all scored 1 goal as well. This win moves Wartburg's record to 2-3 overall. Their next game will be at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and it's a home game.
A lot of Wartburg athletes have received All-American honors during the winter sports season. Tyler French has more on those athletes' achievements.
Being named an All-American is one of the best honors a college athlete can receive. It shows that you are one of the very best players in your sport across the entire country. For their achievements during winter sports competition, 22 different Wartburg athletes were named All-Americans. One of them is Eric DeVos, who is now a 2-time All-American and a national champion with the Wartburg Wrestling Program. He's one of 9 wrestlers who earned the distinction this year, and he says it is an incredible achievement.
I had this one goal all year, and then to accomplish it, it's pretty special, and yeah, you can't really put it into words to describe that feeling right there.
Other All-Americans for the national champion Wartburg wrestling team include sophomore Cross Canon, juniors Kyle Fank, Lance Evans, Logan Thompson, and seniors Brian Levson, Kenny Martin, Ornofo Alea, and Andrew Steyer. 2 other teams that produced a lot of success during their seasons were the men's and women's indoor track and field teams. 2 different relays earned All-American status for the women's team, while Ashlyn Bagg and Cody Snyder and Bennett Mosier for the men's team earned individual honors. The distance medal relay consisted of Jacqueline Ritkers, Aubrey Taylor, Belle Tenisma, and Dakota Tell. The 4x400 relay team of Tessa Helmel, Elizabeth Dewar, Taylor Jones, and Taylor Officer also claimed All-American honors and were the 15th 4x400 team from Wartburg to do so in the last 16 years. Last but certainly not least, 2 women's basketball players were named All-Americans. Katie Summer and Miranda Murphy were named to the WBCA All-American Honorable Mention team, while Summer was also named to the D3 Hoops team. Summer says it is an absolute honor to share this distinction with Murphy.
I've been playing with her for these past 3 years, and it's probably one of the best experiences I've ever been a part of. She's not only a great friend, but she's a really good teammate as well, so she is so deserving of this honor, and I'm so proud of her.
Of Wartburg's 22 All-Americans, 12 will return for competition again next year. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Tyler French.
Wartburg's Dance Marathon is coming up tomorrow, and the track and field teams decided they would have their own input to the day. Josh Voigt has more on the event.
The Wartburg track and field teams took a bit of a break from their training program yesterday afternoon to give back to the community while having a bit of fun. The teams played friendly games against each other to help their efforts being made by the Dance Marathon. But for Coach Newsom, it was more than that.
I want our student athletes to understand the blessings that they do have, and that there are some families as well as some children who's fighting every single day for better health and a better way of living.
The track team started this smaller event because they are usually unable to participate in the Dance Marathon, as it often falls during national qualifiers or nationals themselves. Newsom believes that, while the training is important for the athletes, service and gratitude are necessary in life.
Someone asked me today about, well, you're going to not practice today. I didn't know really how to answer that, because this is not about practice. This is about helping and giving. I told them if they've learned nothing from me in their 4 years here, at least learn that we should always take time out to give back to others.
Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I am Josh Fort.
Newsom says that if you put yourself in the shoes of those that need help and consider whether you would want it, it makes coming out to support a lot easier.
Intramural volleyball has begun for some Wartburg students. There are 10 teams in this semester's competition. The league has a rule where a minimum of 3 female players have to be on the floor at all times. And when the weather is nice, the activities will be moved outdoors to the sand volleyball court. Games take place on Thursdays and Sundays. And after the break, we'll be looking at some social media stories from around the Cedar Valley. Stick around. Here's what's trending in the Cedar Valley. On March 26th, the Cedar Falls Historical Society is hosting Chocolate Delights. Lisa Daly from Chocolatiers Stam Cedar Falls will talk about chocolate and the Stam family's chocolate and candy legacy. The event is free, but seating will be limited. To register, be sure to call 319-266-5149. This Saturday is the Bacon Fest. Stop by McElroy Auditorium in Waterloo to sample bacon-infused creations. Music will be provided by Kevin B.F. Burt and Big Medicine. These are 2 sessions at 3 and 6. Tickets for this event are $20. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and to honor that, the Bremer County Community Partners are holding their 12th annual Family Fun Fair. It is on Saturday, April 8th, from 8 o'clock to from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Waverly Shell Rock Middle School. Admission for this event is free. Well, beer lovers, mark your calendars. April 6th is the annual Hops on Main event in downtown Cedar Falls. This event allows people to sample beers brewed in breweries from all across the state of Iowa. And to get your tickets, follow the link from the Facebook event. Now we're going to take it over to Alyssa. How's the weather outside?
Thanks, Sam. So for our hourly report, it looks like at 9 a.m. our temperature is going to be about 46, but it's going to feel 42 with a few showers mixed in between, and the showers are going to continue all day. By 12 p.m. and 3 p.m., we are going to have our high of 56, and then it's going to slowly go down by 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to about the mid-high 40s. And then our 7-day forecast. So for Friday, we're going to have a high of 57. So get outside now, but if you are, make sure you're wearing your rain jackets and umbrellas. And that, again, goes for Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be dipping down into the 40s with the lows of 37 and 39, cloudy and a bit rainy. So on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be back up into those 50s, and we're going to be steadily increasing that. We're going to have a high of 52 on Monday with a low of 36. Tuesday, we're going to have a high of 56 and a low of 38. Wednesday, it looks like we're going to be having a high of 54 with a low of 42 and partly cloudy again. On Thursday, high of 51 with some showers again, so grab those raincoats. And after the break, we'll be talking with some dance marathon participants.
For the past several months, Wartburg students have been raising money for Dance Marathon, and tomorrow all their hard work will pay off. Joining me this morning are the 2 co-directors of Wartburg College Dance Marathon, Annie Busher and Anna Latcham. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Yeah.
So I guess we should start off with a big question. For those who don't know, what is Dance Marathon?
So Dance Marathon is an organization that is nationwide, and we raise money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and our hospital for the state of Iowa is the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. So for our particular Dance Marathon, we stand for 12 hours. We chose 9 to 9 p.m., so kind of nice little chunk of the day, and you stand for the kids that can't. It's these kids that are fighting illnesses and diseases in the hospital and having lifelong struggles that we can only imagine what they're going through. So we kind of stand for the kids who can't, and we dance for more tomorrows and more birthdays and all those things. And it's a nationwide movement that we've seen across colleges and high schools, and middle schools have even picked up on it too. So it's really making a difference in the lives of children at these hospitals.
Cool. So your big event is tomorrow. You had your push day yesterday. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so yesterday we had our push day. We released it on Wednesday night, and so for 24 hours from midnight to midnight, we challenged all of our dancers to get two $20 donations in honor of the 20 miracle families that we have. And it was a really exciting day. We actually raised over $13,000 in 24 hours.
That's awesome. So going through the fundraising, just everything that's happened, how has that differed from previous years? Has it really, have there been any huge changes? What's sort of been happening throughout the past few months?
We kind of upped our ante a little bit. We make our dancers now raise $120. In previous years, they were expected to raise $100, but with a new fundraising goal every year comes new challenges. So $20 more for a dancer is probably one or two donations, that one or two more people that can hear our mission. So that was something new that our dancers were kind of maybe surprised by. We haven't heard any negative feedback, which is great. We love that. People were very receptive of it and really pushed to make their goal of 120 and even beyond that. Some other fundraising things we've done this year that people hadn't heard of. We did a rake-a-thon, so for 2 Saturdays we raked yards. That was a huge fundraiser for us. We were even surprised by some of the donations. We asked for free will donations, no matter the yard size, and people were very generous and very giving of their donations. So it was great, and they got their yards raked for free, or not for free, but by some great college kids, and they didn't have to do it. We also did finals care packages this year, so parents were able to send their care package to their student, just let them know that they're thinking about them. And this had food, it had some drinks in it and that kind of stuff, just kind of comfort items during that stressful finals week. So those were 2 new projects that we really enjoyed this year, and we hope to see increase next year even.
That's pretty cool. So what's all going on tomorrow?
So tomorrow is a big day. We have a lot of different activities. We have laser tag coming in for all of our participants. There'll be a dodgeball tournament. We feed all of our participants, so we'll have Buffalo Wild Wings, Puncheros, Pizza Ranch Pizza, everything like that. We're having people donate their hair as well. LaJames College is coming and donating hair to go to wigs for cancer patients. But yeah, just a lot of activities. Stay busy for the entire 12 hours.
Sounds like an awesome time. Can people still donate during this?
Yes, for sure. People can donate through 9 p.m. tomorrow night, right before our tote board goes up and we see just how much we've raised.
Sweet. So after the event happens tomorrow, what happens going forward for the rest of the year and going into next year?
Well, our executive team this year comprises a lot of seniors, so we're kind of in that transition phase where we need to bring the young kids in and kind of get them introduced to what an executive panel looks like for such a lucrative organization. So we kind of plan on having, our executive applications are actually already open right now, and then we leave them open after the event too, because that adrenaline kind of can spark a few people that maybe weren't thinking about the executive team and they're like, this is something I want to be involved in. So we'll do our interview process with that, and then we'll kind of get them introduced to their position. We have a new position opening up that we need to outline. Just this organization's growing and like the possibilities are endless, so we need to make sure that our core executive team is really strong. So that's kind of something that we'll look forward to. And even potential new fundraisers that we need to establish for next year and get on the calendar this year. Some of our mini marathons that we pair with, the schools kind of like to know the year before when they're planning the next academic year. So you get about a week of rest and then it's a quick turnaround and you're right back to it, which is great. It's awesome, but it is a little stressful sometimes when you're coming down from that emotional high. So
yeah, such a great cause that you guys are doing. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, of course.
So be sure to donate to Dance Marathon if you can. As they said, donations are open through 9 p.m. tomorrow night, so be sure to do that. We'll be right back after the break.
There's a small town in New York State that features an award-winning home. This home recently received the highest rating in all of North America for its energy efficiency. CNN reporter James Gilbert took a tour of the home.
For being an airtight house, Matt Bowers designed it with plenty of breathing room.
When you tilt them in like that, you can still get all of the breeze, the fresh air, the ambient noise from outside into the house.
There's triple pane windows, walls more than a foot thick, and a heater that senses where the cold pockets are. The air is fresh from outside and regulated as it comes in, so even on hot summer days, it's nice and cool.
When you're bringing in the warm, hot, moist air from outside, you're then cooling it with the 50-degree water, and you actually get quite a bit of air conditioning out of it.
And the hot water heater awaits your command. Just press a button to minimize waste. And the toilet? Extremely low flow. The building is a model of low energy and not at a cost of living.
Passive house in general is a more healthy, lower energy, and much more comfortable building than any other house currently on the market.
These improvements are all priced near what a replacement part would be, and you end up with a much lower number each month from the electric company.
Emergency services were called to Colorado's Red Rocks Amphitheater after 4 teenagers broke in and got hurt. The group of teenagers had to be rescued after they went climbing at Colorado's Red Rocks Amphitheater. Wednesday night, the 4 teens encountered trouble during their illegal climb, with 2 of them falling. One fell to the ground while the second climber got stuck on a ledge. Crews did a technical rope rescue, which took about 3 hours. That teen was treated for minor injuries. The other teen who fell was hospitalized with unknown injuries. The other 2 teenagers were able to get down and were not hurt. Authorities haven't said if the group will face a fine for their climb.
Today's top stories were volunteers did something to assist retired Bremer County veterans, University Avenue in Cedar Falls is under construction again, and Wartburg's Culture Show is tonight.
Thanks so much for watching Cedar Valley Today.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for more Cedar Valley Today content. Have a great day, Cedar Valley.